Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary, psychic medium, and it is a great joy to be here with Terry Suzuki of Key Guru Spiritual Journeys and Sun Psychic Jean. We are the Psychic Triad. And I was just telling the ladies how much I enjoy reading with them and what a real thrill it is to be back together again, the three of us. Terry's had some adventures, and Jean and I have been holding down the fort, and it's been wonderful as always. But the three of us together just have such a joy. So, hey, Terry, how you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for holding down this fort while I was gone.
Yeah.
I can just go to Japan and not worry. Um, once in a while I can participate too, but not this time. It was a lot of work. So
Oh, wow. Oh, well, it's such a wonderful adventure for you. What was the peak of your trip this year? What adventure you want to share with us from Japan?
it is slightly spiritual, but not completely.
Well, it
Um,
doesn't have to be.
I saved an old lady. Okay, that was the peak.
Oh,
I of our team working on the house, I am the one that speaks the least amount of Japanese. I do speak
okay.
some, but not much. And we had our big front window open and we were working. It was a super hot day.
Uh-huh.
And our neighbor came running up, jumped up on the sidewalk because our house is a little raised up, and was right in that window saying something to my husband, like, oh, there's an emergency of some sort.
Oh,
I didn't know what he was saying. But
uh-huh.
my husband then said, Terry, go out back. An older woman has died on our property. I'm
Oh
like,
my goodness.
what? And I'm thinking, why are they sending me? Um, if she's not dead and wants to talk, I can talk the least. So I head back out there real quick, and she is actually not on our property. She's on the neighbors. But I somehow spirit takes over a little bit, and I was able to speak to her. And I realized at the time I am speaking to her. I know what she's saying. She knows what I'm saying, but I am not in control of these words. Very,
Wow.
it's not like I'm having to think them. And so I immediately say, "Simasen, simasen, gomenasai," which is all sorry, sorry, sorry for interrupting you. And then I say, uh, Genki desu ka? Now, Genki, that if you were my friend in Japan and we just met each other and we say, "Oh, hi," you know, the first thing we would ask each other is Genki desu ka, meaning, how are you? But it has a deeper meaning that it's like, are you lively today? Basically, I'm asking, are you alive
Are
today? Are you
you-
alive?
my goodness.
I could have said, "Daijobu desu," which means, are you okay? But I didn't think of it. I just came out of my mouth, "Genki desu ka?" And I saw her hand move, so I knew she wasn't dead.
Oh,
And then we proceeded to have a very tiny conversation that I don't remember anything about. And then finally, the neighborhood boss and my husband arrived to talk to her.
oh
And
my gosh.
spirit says, run back up there, get her some water, get her a pillow, and to sit back down on. And so I do. And then they talk. And then eventually, the neighborhood boss uh, brings his car around and takes her home because she's overcome by the heat. So,
Oh, oh, what a story. I'm so glad I asked. Wow, isn't that amazing? just to be
Okay.
available, just to know that if something like that comes along, you can just go right into talking to spirit and be right there in the situation. That is amazing. Wow.
I it was amazing, and at the time, I didn't think much of it. It was later than I realized, "Hey, what were you saying to her?" I don't
We're gonna have to start calling you Super Suzuki.
Oh,
Wow. Good job, Terry. Wow. Well,
know.
Jean, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. I don't know that I can
Yeah.
do that, but I've had an exciting couple of weeks and I missed being here very, very much. And I was looking forward to this psychic triad all week. So I'm looking,
Oh,
and having us back together again. It was nice having Terry and Joan and I together on Monday, and it was the same week. Now, guys, we spread out this schedule. We try and make it so that we don't do it all in the same week, and somehow it just always falls like this. So, but
Yeah.
it's what a delight. So when Terry's first week back, she's bam, bam, bam.
she's been a busy girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it's a beautiful life that I tell the creator before every show. I have a little thing that I go through and say, I'm eternally grateful for this journey on this lifetime on planet Earth, and you guys are part of it. And that's so cool. Wow. Well, I don't know how I can beat any of that. I'm going to rush through it though, because I was telling the girls we usually get together a little bit before time so I can share with them, but I'll share with all of you. I have been going through some physical things, and I'm working through it. I'm listening to spirit and listening to spirit guide me onto what's best for me. I went to my acupuncturist and I read something about this medication that I might add to my list. And, but it said that's normally not prescribed for what I have. We'll keep that all secret. Shh. Anyway, um, I wasn't going to mention it to him because I thought, oh, doctors don't like it when you consult Dr. Internet and come up with an idea, right? Sometimes. But I have a very cool doctor. And I talked to him about it and he said, yeah, let's give it a try.
Hmm.
So I'm trying this new medication and I'm not sure if it was responsible. I don't think so because I feel really good today and I'm still on it. So maybe it's one day ahead. But I had a day where I was so emotional, I cried at everything. And it's not hormones, everybody. Okay. So I'm past that. I cried at everything. I had the most overwhelming feeling, like I just couldn't stop crying. And my lovely youngest daughter, um, she is such a dear, and she gave me the opportunity to talk to her, and I confessed to her, and we talked for an hour and a half. And she told me she'd been feeling the same way. She said, "I don't know what it is. It's been in the last week or so." And then we talked, of course, about the solar flares. And I wonder if it's that because we're getting bombarded. And then we laughed and then we giggled. And then by the time I got off the phone, I was feeling so much better. But then we discovered that my two pups were sick. So we won't go into all of that, but they're doing better. And my daughter works for a local resort here. She works for the Sun Valley Resort. And thanks to her, I am going on a staycation this weekend
Oh,
with my husband to the Sun Valley Resort Lodge. And I'm going
wow.
to be in the jacuzzi. And it's like God said, just write it out. Just roll with it. And don't think that because you have a moment when you need to cry, let it out. And that was what I learned, and that's what I wanted to share with everyone. That sometimes we do, especially we women who feel like we have to be strong. There are times when we just have to let it out, and it may not be one specific thing. It's just an emotional release. And I feel so good today. I've just been flying all day. And I'm going into the weekend and I'll have a great story for you next time.
I want to hear about it. I've always
Oh,
wanted to go
Um,
there. And
it's so
Memorial Day
amazing.
weekend, my gosh, how lovely.
Normally we go camping, but it's not going to be a really great weekend weather-wise, so the jacuzzi and the giant pool is the place to be, y'all. So,
And
wow.
they put salt water in those, so it's very detoxing too. And they put like
yes.
sort of like a eucalyptus, I think they put in there.
It's all
You guys know
all
how to do
natural.
it out there in the Midwest there.
Oh, I just feel so blessed to live where I do, and I wasn't born here. God guided me here, so we'll talk about that another time because we got people rolling in. My goodness, what a day! I hope you guys pushed. I think Jean has a show, don't you?
Yeah.
We've
And
already got 8 questions, so I'm gonna say hi to everybody though, guys. Join in with me. We got Ness, Harley, Craig. Some of you are coming in on other channels. That's super. We appreciate that. All are welcome. Join the party. And if you want to participate in the main chat, you can come on over, or you can just sit tight where you are, as comfy as you can be. Okay,
sometimes
now
it's a little lonely in the chat. I know that I was watching another show on one person's channel, and other people were talking, like flashing up on the screen, and I'm like, I didn't see anybody. And I know what I do this, and I'm like, what is? And it's confusing to see other things pop up on the screen and you not see it where you are in the chat. That's why we like to try and keep the chat all together, especially when people are responding to, is this your father? Yes. Does he smoke pipes? Yes. Does he wear this hat? Yeah. Like we get this back and forth in the chat.
right.
And if you're not in the chat, we can't pop it up. So it's really, that's why we were trying to put it all together in the same chat. So everybody pile over to Terry Lee, private,
Oh,
what is it? Pure
Pure
you're
visionary
visionary.
psychic.
I love it.
Psychics
I love
channel
it. I
for
love it.
sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Wow.
that happened to me before too, where I was just I was trying to chat, nobody's just responding to me, and
Yeah,
I'm getting a little lonely,
I've done
and
it.
I
It
realized I
is.
was not on the right channel.
Yeah.
Ex
It is. You're like, "Gee, was it something I said? Nobody's responding."
right, right.
Did spirit put me in jail?
It's just a little different. It's so
No.
much more fun when you're seeing everybody else respond and they all say hi to you and you say hi to all of them. It's just
Yeah.
so we'll try it. We're doing it this way today, but
Okay.
we'll try it different
Yeah.
ways and
We
see how.
roll with it. We roll with it. All right. Well, we better roll with it because we've got 11 questions start.
Okay.
I won't roll the banner about questions. And if I got a moderator in there that would help me out, maybe you could say that the questions are closed. That way, no one feels like they got skipped. I don't like that.
Are they? Is it closed now? You let me know when they're closed.
Well, we have 11 questions. I think for in about 45 minutes.
Okay, and then if we have time at the end, we can open them up again.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'll keep an eye on the time. But hey, um, we're going to try to do our very best for you. And I just want you to know that for the 3 of us, it's a great honor to read for all of you. And we appreciate you coming onto the channel. I want to thank Tanita for her support. Thank you, Tanita. That is very kind of you. And I really appreciate you supporting the channel. That's great. Whosever channel it is. And I just want you all to know that we're going to try to do our very best to do the fullest reading we can give you in the short amount of time that we have. But we all 3 read privately and we all do other shows. So let's just join together. We're going to take a deep breath and just say, "Oh, great creator, we invite you to come into our sacred circle to bless us today with the messages that we need to hear and with messages that those who join us later will need to hear and benefit from. Blessings to all. And we give you thanks. And so it is." Okay, it's on. We're going to start with Craig. Hi, Craig. Nice to see you. Craig says, "Hi, ladies. I'm going to a model convention in Ruidoso, New Mexico in a couple of weeks. Does my mom, Martha, have any advice? I asked Clara, and she's going. 1920s fun, fashion, and sights. I'll be driving my car." Well, that is going to be a wonderful adventure, and we're going to tune right in for you, Craig. Martha.
His Model A convention.
Oh, Model A. I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh, he's looking for a modeling job.
He'd probably make it that one
Sorry,
too.
Craig.
He could do anything he wants.
Hmm. Model A. Okay. Ooh, I love cars.
She's right away. I hear that she says, enjoy yourself and uh, don't put any restrictions on yourself. Like try not to restrict yourself from having fun. Go for it. If you want to try something, see something, drive something, say something to somebody, do it. Like it's the connection and the ability to engage is what the word that she's trying to tell you. Engage in people, engage in opportunities, engage in festivities. Be engage and don't hold back. And a lot of us here sometimes are a little more introverted and a little more sensitive, but this is the time. She said these are your people. They want you to engage and you'll have lots of fun.
Well, I got to read for you when you asked if Clara's going. And if you remember, I heard a big old whoop, and she was right in the back seat with it looked like a convertible to me, and she was living it up, and she's excited. Well, Martha is standing right in front of me, like dead straight in front of me, looking at me, and she is clearly happy, clearly thrilled, and she's got a hat on and a bag. She's holding a bag, and she's been dressed up by Clara. So Clara's going with her. Clara has given her some clothing to kind of get her fancied up. She's going to sit in the back with Clara, and she's clearly happy. But
Aw.
she puts out her finger and says, "But you remember, I don't, she doesn't want you to get the wrong idea that she's too friendly with Clara. I am still my own person. I am still have my own opinions. I'm not just buying in, but I want you to go have a good time. And I'm going to have a good time. I can see that she's letting down some of her strict reservations that she has about having fun and is going to go enjoy it. So you enjoy it too."
Oh, wow. When Jean and both of you, same message. And when Jean started reading, I just started beaming because that's exactly what I got. That whole feeling of you just lighting up. But interestingly enough, I'm not sure if this is from Martha. Maybe she's hip, but she knows music. But I heard the song These Are the Days. I don't
Mhm.
know if you guys remember it. I can't remember who did it. But I'm trying to stay in the
Mhm.
zone here. These are the days you'll remember. And these are the days you might fill with laughter until you break. That was the song that came into my head and the feeling that I got that what Martha wants you to know, and Clara too, that you should be open. Don't hesitate to just be yourself. Love yourself and let your soul shine. That is the message that I am getting. It's a beautiful message of you just don't have to worry. You just don't have to worry. Who you meet will be the person you need to meet. Who you have a wonderful conversation with will be that person that needs it. The people that you connect with will be advantageous. And there'll be great connections that you're going to make. And that's the feeling that I'm getting. And it's very powerful and strong to me, Craig. So, wow. Oh, fantastic. I really enjoyed that reading, didn't you, ladies? Beautiful.
Well, I noticed that David said Natalie Merchant.
Oh, thank you
That
so much, David. That drives me crazy when I can't think. I could probably quote the lyrics, but I don't want to get a strike. But yeah, thank you so very, very much. Wow. Okay, I'm going to pop back to the live just briefly. All right. Well, thank you so much for that tip, David. I really appreciate that. And really enjoy yourself, Craig. And really, would you keep us posted? I'd like to hear all about that. That would be great. Okay. And we're going to go back to the star questions now. And we're going to go to Susie. Hi, Susie 007. I love your icon. That's great. My cousin Sam is missing. Oh, my dear. He said that one day he would disappear. Will our family ever have contact with him again? Any ideas or messages? All right. We're going to dig in deep for you, Susie. And I'm going over to the live so that you can have, if you have any validations that you would like to give us as we read, I'll be keeping an eye on that. And I'm glad you're here in the chat. We'll try to help you as best we can.
Is he like older than 40, maybe even 50? And I kind of see him with a full face beard. I don't know if he has a beard. And I'm kind of getting that he is fed up or really um, disgruntled about a situation. He is older, okay, and that he doesn't want to sort of play by the rules anymore. I think he's what he meant by he would disappear. I feel like he maybe went off grid, but I think he's still okay and like fending for himself. Maybe even he may have been planning this and practicing this and um, you know the he um he feels a lot of pressure and a lot of intense anxiety to be in any sort of company, whether it's work, whether it's neighborhood, community, or family. It doesn't matter how dear you are or how stranger you are. He feels a sense of responsibility and overwhelm. And he just needed to remove himself from that overwhelm, is what I'm feeling. He just really had, and it's been building and he's been planning, is what I feel. And that's why he said one day he would. Um, yeah. Okay. She said, sounds right.
Yeah. Well, I got something similar where I was in a different position with my stage. I was looking down on my stage and it looked like a real stage, like a real play, which is different. It usually looks more like I'm just watching a movie. And he wasn't to be found. I couldn't find him on the stage. So, and I couldn't get anything from him. So I consulted my pendulum instead. So I just stayed there, asked the pendulum, will Sam ever get back in touch with his family again? And they said yes. The pendulum said yes. And then as I just stayed there a little bit and tried to figure out what question should I ask next, I didn't I wasn't successful at figuring out the question, but I got the feeling, just as Jean has said, that he is a little neurodivergent and this life has been very overwhelming to him. He just needs a little peace and quiet for a little while. So, and he needs a little bit where that people don't know him, they're not curious about him, you know. It's just he just needs a little time to himself, it seems. That's what I got.
All right. Beautiful, ladies. Jean, I feel like you tapped into that energy so well. And Terry, I totally agree. When and I love this because I remember Esther Hicks said once, you can tap into anybody, whether they're present on this planet right now or whether they've passed. And I always thought, well, that's interesting. How do you tap in? But I've done it and I've practiced it and I tapped in. What I felt immediately was that he's overseas and there's an ocean nearby. He's by a water. And what I felt was that his heart needed healing, and not from it felt like it wasn't from personal hurt. It felt like confusion. It felt like there were some blocks that he had psychologically, that's the word I'm hearing, that he just couldn't get through. And he felt like if he got away, he did I just didn't feel like he was wanting to hurt anybody or scare anybody. And I believe what Jane says, that he is off the grid, that there is no communication right now. So then the guys were like leading me to draw the cards, which I got to be honest with you, sometimes we get kind of scared to do that. And then Terry went to the pendulum. And then when I heard Terry, I was like, okay, these cards are right then. What I got was the Three of Cups. That's a reunion. That's a celebration. I tuned back in and said, "Is he at that point?" He gave me the energy that, "No, he's not at that point yet, but that is coming. That is definitely coming your way." Ace of Pentacles, that is a yes card, okay? That is a card of manifestation. So you can play a part in this. You can also manifest that he is healed and ready to come home and gets home safely. Then I got 10 of Cups. Now these cups are very powerful, emotional. Cups are about emotion. They're about love. They're about harmony, success. And this is a happy family card. So isn't that interesting? Out of all of these cards, I'm drawing happy family. And then the Two of Cups. That is reconciliation and union. That can be about a relationship like this, but it's also still about family. It's Cups. So Susie, I have to tell you, yes, he is going to have contact with you, and there will eventually, when his heart is healed, he'll be back. Whew. Gave me chills. Okay. I hope that blesses you and your family. And remember, manifest with happiness and joy and not fear. You'll have it.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Awesome. It's going to be a powerful show, I can tell right now. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go to Ness. Hi, Ness. Good to see you again. Ness would love a read on June, July. How do you see the next 4 to 8 weeks playing out for me? What are the dominant energies? All right. Ooh, ooh. Okay.
I'm seeing a moon rise on the water. It's a full moon that's not all the way risen, maybe three-quarters of the way risen, and it's on a body of water that doesn't have any edges, almost like the ocean. So I see illumination and enlightenment, and I also see emotion. The water symbolizes emotion, and the moonlight symbolizes the enlightenment, and this awareness of something greater, and that it's you'll it's the light. It's more of the light, but because it's three-quarters risen, there's still more to learn. There's still more to encounter, and there's still more to absorb. And all through it, you'll be going through your emotions. Emotions are a human way of processing energies and frequencies as well. Um, so that's what I got. Interesting. Well, thanks for giving us that time. It's important that we have the time to focus and ask our guides to show us what it is that they want us to say. And sometimes there's a moment of silence. So we appreciate you guys being,
Yes.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I saw and I'm glad for the silence because I saw a rather complicated scene that I had to kind of sort through a little bit. So they showed me you driving a car, going to the right, so that's future, driving the car. So I am kind of assuming that this car is your life. You're driving your life. Um, and two things were apparent right away, that there was nobody else in the car, but you were chattering away. And I got the distinct feeling that they want you to pay attention a little bit more to how you're driving. And they want to remind you that you are driving, not
Yeah.
them. And you were supposed to be driving. But I would suggest that maybe you invite your guides into the car with you a little bit. They're probably already there, but invite them to be part of this conversation and drive the car. So I think everything's going to be going very well for the next 4 to 6 weeks. You on your path. Things seem to be going well. It just doesn't seem like there's any care in the world about where you're going. And I asked about the dominant energy, and I'm sorry to say I didn't get I got a little bit of fear. That fear is something that wants to pop up in your life often.
Yeah.
And so that is something you have to work on. And I think that what maybe use this vision to realize that you are in control. There's nothing to fear. Your guides are with you. They're going to keep that car on track, even if you didn't, even if you're chatting and looking around too much, they're going to keep it going. So, yeah, do what you can to kind of overcome the fear.
Wow. Beautiful. That's perfect. Yes, I'm so excited to share this with you. Now, I listen to Spirit, and I was poking around on the internet and got onto Amazon. I was looking at something. I heard chakra. Chakra was in. I thought, oh, maybe I need a chakra book. Maybe I need. There's something coming up, and so I ran into these cards, chakra reading cards by Rochelle Charman. I immediately bought them. I felt like this Friday there was going to be somebody that needed a message from this deck, and I needed to get it. So I got it. I blessed it. I put a crystal on it. It's been surrounded by my crystals overnight. I drew a card. It's number 22. Ness, it says life purpose. This is a very powerful card. I love this deck, by the way, everybody. Check it out. I'm going to read just a tiny bit here, but you have called this card into your awareness today. Get that. It's into your awareness today to highlight it's a perfect time for you to manifest your life purpose. It's our birthright to walk our path with purpose, and now is the time for you to manifest your path into reality. What is your life purpose, you may ask? If we are all sparks of the divine love of the universe, we are here to express love into reality. Express love into reality. Then it would make sense that your life purpose is to do what you love to do and share it with the world. Take a moment to ask yourself, what is it you love to do? What brings joy to your heart? Sometimes there is fear or resistance around your life purpose or what you love to do. Fears such as rejection, failure, not earning enough money, even a fear of success. Fear is a natural part of the process of stepping out of your comfort zone, Ness, and is often created when you hold yourself back. Oh, there's more here. So I encourage you, if you want to know more, buy this deck. It's on Amazon, quite reasonably priced. And there's an affirmation that goes with it, Ness. Try to remember this. I am in divine alignment and living my life purpose. We're sparks of the divine, here to express love and bring it into this earthly existence. Oh, it's so powerful. I'm so happy that this deck was brought here to me for you today. I might read it again, but immediately when I tuned in, Ness, that's exactly what I got. And you're very welcome. Always an honor to read for you. Ooh, told you. A very powerful show. Okay. I've got Harley. Harley, thank you for joining us today. There is an out of state job that will be scheduled for 3 parts at 3 different times. The last 2 parts depend on how the first goes. Should I pursue it? If not the second part, the second or third part. Is that what I'm getting, ladies? You're getting that too?
So
Um,
if I think I'm hearing this right, it's a 3-part job that he can bid on, or I don't know, say he can bid on or be part of. Does that sound right? That there's a choice.
job scheduled. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Interesting.
Hmm.
Should I pursue it? Okay, I'm going with that. It's an easier question for me to ask Spirit and just dial in on. Okay, I hope that's okay. Harley, I'm going to be watching it live, so make your comments. Oh, here it is. Okay, there, clarified a little better. If I don't go for the first, do I go for the second or third? Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to jump in because I got this right away. So I'm just going to spit it out. The guides immediately gave me sparks of light for you, Harley. Sparks. Boom, 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 boom. When I tuned in. And what I heard was this is a time of inspiration and intuition. Don't overthink it. Go with the flow, go into the moment and trust. Ask, and you will certainly see the sign. This is an opportunity for you to learn to follow spirit, to learn to know that certain feeling that comes inside your heart and how to follow it in a moment's notice. This is going to be a very huge lesson in your life, even though it just appears to be about a job. It's about a lot more. And know that, okay, I'm getting green. So green, the guides give me green for spiritual growth. So this could be a lot more about a job. This could be a lot more about you learning to listen and feel and sense and know. That's what I'm getting. Ladies, what are you getting? Wow. Didn't
Well,
expect that.
I got something very simple. I just heard in that knowing sort of way, not an auditory sort of way, is they said power up, and
I
they showed me like a guy and his muscles popping, like they're saying power up and go for it. And I would completely agree because they're not necessarily showing me which part to go through, although to me it does seem like I'm more attracted to 2 and 3. But this is definitely, I agree with you, Terry. This is definitely some sort of spiritual lesson or some sort of spiritual, like,
Mhm.
um, something that's going to definitely, in my human words, using like this is something you can put on your resume. This is something big, and it's bigger than you think. Whatever it is somehow bigger than you think, and they're saying power up and they'll help you power up if you ask. So.
I was just doing literally, and Harley, and it may be that you already know, and I'm curious to know what your gut tells you, and so I'll say mine if you'll say yours. What I got was the first part is not so hot. It was very, very still, just a little swing. The second part was a moderate swing, and the third part was a definite swing. But you said one depends on the other. Like if
Yeah.
the flowers grow, then the melon will grow. If the melon grows, then then you'll have the, whatever. Then you'll have the seeds. Then if you have the seeds, then you'll have the pie. Like it's one thing depending on the other. And I think that the second or third, I agree, Terry, about part 2 or 3. If you only knew how right you really are. Interesting. Good.
Oh,
Good.
I love it. I love that validation. Thank you, Harley. And for those of you who are just listening or lurking and aren't looking, Harley said, LOL, the sparks have a meaning. They actually symbolize something.
Cool.
Guys, the guides are right again. Do and it's right about more than a job. And then Harley said, I agree, Terry, about part 2 or 3. If you only knew how right you are. So, wow, thank you. We love to get those validations, and yeah, I, that's interesting. I love it when it's. I love it when the guides or the spirit comes through and gives us something we don't expect, right, ladies? But
Yeah.
that was straight from the guides to you, Harley, and blessings to you. Keep us posted. Come back and tell us how things went. All right. I want to say, I thought I saw a question come up here. Oh, I
Hi,
missed it.
Sherry. Voices from the Swamp.
Oh, Sherry. Hi.
She said, I lucked out and caught y'all live.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's at Louisiana, y'all.
It is.
Sherry will be on my channel on Sunday, where she's going to come over and visit. We're going to have some fun together. A little bit of chat, a little bit of cards, and it's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, so we're going to have some fun.
Woohoo. I love it.
By the
Check
way,
that out.
yeah, in case anybody doesn't know or is unaware, Sherry has a really cool TikTok page too.
Oh, really? She's on
Yeah.
TikTok. That girl is around. She does a lot of nice shorts and little word of the day kind of thing. So
Mhm.
very cool. Well, bless your heart, Sherry. And I don't mean that in the Southern way. Wink. Those of you who know. But it's we have such great love for you, and it's always nice to see you, and encourage everybody to check that out. Wow, I'm back in the live and things are happening. I want to say I appreciate how everybody's chatting with each other and supporting each other. um let's go ahead and we'll get going. I'm just sorry, I just had to check the time quickly to see where we're at. Okay, and thank you so much, Harley. Great. Okay, what do I have next? I have Joyful Journey. Hi, Joyful Journey. Nice to see you. What does Spirit want me to do next in my spiritual journey? Ooh, all right. She's seeking. That's beautiful. We'll be in the live, keeping our eye on any validations or questions you should have, Joyful Journey.
I feel the first thing I felt for you when I tuned in for a message, they said to relax and to play and to engage in recreation. It's really important for us to keep up our human energy balance, that
Mhm.
it's in a healthy and balanced state. And they want you to have fun, because it's when you're having fun that spirit can slip in and introduce little magical moments unexpectedly. Like if you went for a weekend to a camp or whitewater rafting down, something fun, something relaxing, something outside of the comfort zone, something that really inspires you, or like let down your hair, so to speak. Just relax and add recreation. And this is really important when we're doing spiritual work. It's not all up here. Our entire body is an antenna for spirit. And we need to feel these things and ground these energies in order for us to proceed. They really want us to walk our talk and to embody the lessons and the energies that they're teaching us. So that's what they want you to do.
Wow. Very nice.
It's very, very interesting compared to what I saw. Because right away, I saw an angel on her stage look at their watch. And I'm like, hang on, you guys don't care about time. How come you have a watch? You know, and why are you looking at it? And because I was thinking that doesn't kind of make sense. And so then I waited a moment and they said, she thinks we have a stopwatch on her. She thinks that we're, worried about her journey progressing fast enough. We are not. Just as you said, we don't have watches. We don't care about the time.
Yeah.
And they want you to take your time on your journey. They want you to uncover it and discover it yourself. So they didn't give me anything about your journey. They did say something about having fun, like Jean said. They said having fun, doing something like that, taking some time out to have a little fun with you or with you or your friends or your family is timeless. So they went back to time. They said, think about when you're doing something really fun. You don't recognize the time has even gone by until you're at the very end and you're like, oh, where did the time go? So they're reminding you that time is having fun is timeless. And so that's very good for your soul. So I would definitely do that.
Wow. Once again, ladies, the psychic bounce. The guides gave me the most beautiful message. Wow. Okay, I'm going to try to repeat it exactly as they said. The flower blooms with the warmth of the sun. It opens up, and as the breezes caress it, it dances in the wind. And the bees come and spread the pollination from the flower. And the flower is in its fullness. It is in its purpose. It is in its joy. Your guides are saying, we so appreciate you searching, but know this, that you are. You are. And as you are right now, in this moment, you radiate, you glow, you emit energies that other people are affected by, even though you don't say a word to them. Wow. They're sending you that beautiful, deep pink love, and they're telling you that you are the flower. And it's okay to bloom, feel the warmth of the sun, and dance in the wind. Ooh. Ooh.
That was
Man,
that was beautiful, Terry Lee. That was really
that was
beautiful.
your guide's joyful journey.
Yeah.
Wow. When
And
that
that's a
started to come
message.
to me, I was like, man, I should be writing this down.
That's a
That was a
message for
channeling.
everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
It's a powerful show. I love it. Joyful journey. What an honor to have that reading for you. And sending you love and blessings and much joy. Whew.
She says she's very moved by that, Terry. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
mhm.
That's straight from your guides, dear.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And big love to you. Okay.
And
Uh,
Jill Sinanan says psychic poetry.
I
uh,
love that.
where is
They,
that?
right above Joyful Journey, the third one from the bottom on the new.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Thank you, Jill. And it's true that the messages that the guides bring through, they're for the person that is asking, they're for the person in the chat, and they're for those souls that'll listen later. So let's all just bloom this weekend and dance in the sun. I'm going to try to remember that.
I know you'll have to watch it back. You'll be like,
Wow.
honey, start the what is it called? Water pool or something? What is that? Hot tub? Start the hot tub. I gotta listen to something first.
Yes.
You'll have your little earbuds in the hot tub.
Oh, and I'm just going to say this briefly because I know we have a lot of questions, but and that's the case that yes, we're all learning and growing and wanting to bless other people, but just as that reading said, our energies bless other people that we don't even, they just by being around us. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Ooh, ooh, getting all riled up. Great. Thank you, Joyful Journey. Okay, let's see. Now I got a couple questions doubled, so we may be able to squeeze another one in. Well, we're kind of 10 minutes out, ladies. Let's go here. Diamond. Hi, Diamond. What messages does Spirit have for me? What do I need to do? Similar question. To know right now. Thank you so much. What do I need to know right now from
And
Diamond?
Diamond, just say hi and let us know that you're still here.
Yes, please. We'll be watching the live for any comments that you have. Okay. And thank you, Jill, for passing on that message. Jill says questions are close, but hang in there just in case time permits or Diamond's not here, maybe. Ah, she's here. Let's go. Okay, great. Thank you, Diamond. What does Diamond need to? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes.
So I hear them saying work smarter, not harder. And I see you in the kitchen, Diamond, and I see you making a meal and then cleaning up from it, and then making another meal and cleaning up from it, and then making another meal, and you haven't even cleaned up from that last meal, but another meal. I see you like working so hard, and and not just working hard, but living hard as well. And they're saying work smarter, not harder, and give yourself a break. Take shortcuts. Have a cold salad for lunch. Have something quick in your hand for dinner, and ease up on your workload, whatever that might be. Take a little break, and the dust will be there when you get back. I promise you. Um, but they want you to work smarter, not harder. So I feel like you're trying to do everything for everybody all the time. I don't know if you're taking care of an aging relative, and then coming home and taking care of your kids, and then taking care of the house and the husband, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like you're really spreading yourself thin. That they want you to try and streamline and make things a little easier for yourself. How? That's another question, but this is what they're saying.
So,
Yep.
so
She says, "Yep, spot on."
yeah.
She also says, been listening the whole time. We'll join you all in the hot tub too.
That's
Ah.
good.
Mhm.
Well, Diamond, they first made a little quip and they thought they were quite funny. They kind of are funny. They're like, diamonds are forever. Yeah, which of course we are. We're forever. You're forever. But that's fun that they're saying that. But I see you working too. I don't know if it's working at work or working at home, but I see this path of what I can tell somehow is work. And they want you to start asking yourself a question. They want you to ask, is it true? So if somebody talks to you, maybe I'm just going to say this is not necessarily psychic. Like your teen says, "Mom, you're the worst mom." Instead of taking that into your heart and feeling terrible, or ignoring it, thinking they're just awful, they want you to say to yourself, to your spirit guides, kind of, is that true? And you're going to hear the answer. Most likely that question, if that was the question, is definitely going to be no. But they want you to consider things. So if you're in a job and somebody's throwing a lot of flack at you, they want you to ask, is it true? Because and to ask things like, who benefits from that?
Wow. Yeah.
There's something going on there that it feels like there's something about your work that somebody's trying to take advantage of you a little bit. So think about doing that.
Wow. All right. Okay. So, and she says, "Oh, cool." Beautiful. Well, I was immediately directed to an oracle card for you. I have shuffled them. I laid my labradorite heart on top of the deck. I have not drawn the card yet, and I'm really curious to see what comes up. Let's see what it is. Oh, sorry. I have to let you know. They directed me to the Priestess of Light Oracle. This is by Sandra Ann Taylor and Kimberly Weber. I have a chorus, a plethora, as they say, of oracle cards over to my right. It's so interesting how the guides always guide me to the one that they want you to have. So here we go. Wow. Brilliant beliefs. Brilliant beliefs. Luminous life force. Personal power. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to try to find this really quickly. That is going to be an interesting read. I'm just going to pick exactly what the guides direct me to read, not the whole thing. And if you're interested, then you have to go to the oracle deck yourself.
Yeah. So for Suzuki, she said, "That's so right."
Oh,
What you said
beautiful.
about, is this true?
Beautiful. Well, here's the message they have for you. Oh, there it is. This is a time of renewed energy for you. Wow. And the snow leopards are signaling there's snow. Oh, yeah. There's snow leopards in there. See that?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. The snow leopards are signaling that you have the personal power to overcome your inner demons. In fact, you are now capable of making giant leaps in reversing these toxic mental patterns. When you do, your brilliant new beliefs will manifest a wonderful new reality, one that will match the resonance of your own luminous life force. Here's an affirmation for you. I choose to believe in my unlimited power, my value, and I'm deserving. My life force shines with the light of my divine source. That's beautiful. And there are so many times I can relate because today I was really in a hurry with a lot of things. And I have this thing about polishing like my fridge and my dishwasher. And I don't know, it's just a thing. My dad used to rag on my mom all the time about housekeeping, and it's stuck. And I have to stop sometimes and go, why are you doing this? You can move on. You can do something else. It's really not going to matter today. You don't want to be in a hurry and short on time. And that's the message I got today. And I moved on. I put the rag down and walked away and went, yeah, you're right. I don't have to do that. So maybe that's part of it, or maybe the other part of that message. But wow, that's a very powerful card for you today. And you are so valuable and so worthy. Beautiful. I
It's
love
important for all of
it.
us to take care of our own personal energy like that. Yeah.
I wish I could remember the poem, but I remember a poem from a long time ago talking about it was either a mother or a grandmother, and it talked about, yes, there was dust on the shelf and dishes in the sink, but she was out playing with the children. And I don't know how it goes, but that was the gist of it. And that's a good one to remember. Yeah. Oh, all right. Okay, here we go. Everybody cool? We're right at uh closing time, but we have Lise. Last question. I realized I double clicked a couple of questions, so there we go.
It's Lisa. Are you still here? Can you just say hi? She says, "What does my great grandfather Thomas have to say to me?" Wow. Lisa,
Great
if you're still
grandfather.
here, just say hi.
Yes, please do. And I'm going to take a sip of tea while we're kind of watching the live. Oh, a lot of energy today, ladies. What a show.
Minda Carroll says hi.
Oh, good.
Lisa
And there
is
she
here.
is.
Good, good. Thank you.
Good.
What does my great grandfather Thomas have to say to me?
Thomas.
Hmm. He's just saying to me that there's so many different legs or shoots from the family. Like the family tree is like shooting out in every different direction. We're spreading out and multiplying, and like the nuclear family was here, and now there's like 4 or 5 nuclear families, and now there's like 30 nuclear families. And he's just saying that he loves to see the growth and the family values that carry on, and that the love in the family, and the miracle of the family. And he just is saying that like you once were my great granddaughter, and I cherished you, and similarly you can also cherish your granddaughters and great granddaughters. Like there's a an appreciation and a inspiration for the next generation, and the just the wonder and the opportunity and the infinite possibilities in that next generation. And he's saying that life goes on, and that the next generation will bring us what we need, and what we are saying, that look to the next generation, that they have what we need. They have what it takes in order to succeed and to grow and to um, sustain the family. He just is really in awe about the offshoots of the family, and how beautiful and how loving that the family is, and that it all stemmed from him. So that's what I'm getting.
Mhm.
I'm getting something very, very close to that, where he immediately, I feel like I'm you and looking up at him, and he's very tall, but I'm a little kid, so everybody looks tall at that point. But he's holding my hand, and he's pointing his hand up to the night sky, and he's showing me all these constellations. And Thomas, what do the constellations, what do you want Lisa to know? That you are more valuable to him than all the stars you can see in the night sky.
Oh, how beautiful.
That he's just saying he's there. He's always around you. He is on your, well, he's showing me a team. You know how the teams that the audience sets on one side of the gym and for one team, and the other side for the other team. He's on your team, your rooting team, that team rooting for you.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah. That's what I got. And if there's any more meaning to the night sky and the different constellations,
Weird.
he's not telling me what that is, but it feels like there's more meaning here for you than I know.
I got a very interesting visual right away, and maybe you can help me, Lisa. I don't know what this means. The first thing I saw was an older car. Now, my dad was a car dealer, so I'm not quite sure, but I think it was a Studebaker. I don't know. Kind of looked like a Studebaker style. And it was night, and there were headlights, and this car is going around curves, and it's in the mountains. I see this just mountainous region. I don't know if he was a car guy, if that's a validation or this is part of the message. He's talking about the journey of his family. He's talking about his great joy. And he says, I don't just watch you. I don't just look down from above. I'm with you and I feel you. That's what he was passing on to me to pass on to you. The journey is beautiful and he is greatly blessed by it. Um, I wrote some things down while the other ladies were reading. He wants you to know, I don't know, can you validate? Was he a spiritual gentleman? Or I don't know if he's passing that spiritual connection on now from the other side, but he's saying there's a very powerful spiritual connection in the family, and not just with him and each individual member, that as well. But he says, I have got all of you in the realm of being connected to each other, and I am pleased. And then he said, I'm over the moon, which I thought was interesting.
Aw.
So that's what I got, and I don't know if you can validate that or not, but that's a very powerful, loving message coming from your great grandfather, and really got a real spiritual vibe out of that whole reading. I really did. So I have discovered that I missed, sorry, Tanita, I missed your question. I didn't see it pop up, and sometimes that happens. And if you want to repost that question quickly,
She did.
oh, where is it?
Uh,
What time?
2:36 or 3:36.
I missed it again. Oh, I do apologize. Okay. Um,
It's a the
wasn't it?
fourth one, the fourth new one. Go back to the live. Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the live. 1, 2, 3, 4. It says only if you have time. Oh, here we go. I saw that only if you had time. I didn't realize it was a question. Phew. Only if you have time, would love a current message from dad or boyfriend in spirit, please. Taynita, if you could give us some names, and that does help us. That helps us a lot, because then we can call those souls forward by name, and then we don't have to do so much research in our spirit.
It, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Dinesh and Ricardo.
Dinesh and Ricardo. Okay. Thank you, Taynita. And I'm so glad that we corrected that error. I mean,
So I do hear Vinesh, and he says, whatever it is that your heart desires, you shall have. He
oh,
wanted to give you the world. You were the light of his life and the apple of his eye, something about his heart, his eye. I don't know if there's a saying or something about his heart and his eye that you are to him, but he's saying whatever it is that your heart desires shall be yours, and he wants you to trust this. And um,
mhm.
it it's like, rest assured that we have your back. Rest assured that he and Ricardo are together on the other side, watching over you, watching out for you, and paving your way, sending you blessings and synchronicities along the way as well. He and Vinesh is shouting out to mom and saying he's taking care of mom as well, and he's saying that. I don't I do feel as though it was unexpected for Vinesh, and he's saying that he's not missing the joys in your life, that he is able to see everything through your eyes and through your mom's eyes. In other words, he can participate in family celebrations and you know, things like this. He's just saying that um, rest assured that everything your heart desires will be yours. That's what he said.
Oh. Well, I have Ricardo,
Mhm,
and I don't exactly know how he was in life, but he does seem like quite a sweetheart.
mhm,
And he's very loving. I can just see this very lovingness about him, but um he's holding back a little bit because um he doesn't want to hold you back from finding love beyond him.
mm,
that he loved you a lot, but he wants you to make sure that you move ahead and fulfill a loving life partner, that you um, get to experience that kind of relationship. That he's quite sorry that your relationship was cut short by him moving on, um, but he wants you to live a full life, experience all the great things about a relation, the ups, the downs, the sideways, the everything that you get out of a relationship, and that he doesn't want you to do anything that when you think of him, and maybe you're already in a relationship, don't let it hold you back. Don't stop expressing your love for that other person because suddenly you feel like, oh, I'm being uh, disloyal to Ricardo, but that's not what he wants. You are there to live your life to fully, and he wants that for you.
Wow. I don't know if you guys saw me over here. I'm writing like crazy. These messages were meant to come through to you today, and even though I miss them, they're here. And then, boy, were they ready. And that's pretty much what I got. But I did get kind of a channeling, so I started writing it down. Um, your father called you Little Flower. I don't know if that was a nickname or he's wanting you to know that you are his little flower. And he said, "My love rains down for you. Your light shines so bright. Leave your worries behind. All is going to be well." And then Ricardo stepped up and he said, "Your love is such a treasure on earth, and here I feel you." And then he showed me a rose, and it was a single rose. And he said, "You are the rose of my dreams, and I hold you in my heart and want the very best for you." But the strongest message at the end was, "Don't be sad. Don't hide your light." And that was it.
Oh,
Wow. Ooh, ooh, my goodness. My goodness. So, Tanita, we're so happy that came through, and yeah, it was meant to be. Beautiful day, everyone. I can't tell you how wonderful it was. And I have to also point out that the beautiful energies and messages that we get that come through are supported and upheld by all of you in the chat. Your energies out there, your support of one another, your love is just a beautiful thing. And it really does help a lot. And I felt it out there today. Didn't you, ladies?
yep.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to go. So let me see. We're going to say, Jean, what do you have coming up? Mention
Well, a
Sherry.
huge Memorial Day weekend, and it's a lovely weekend. You will see me here, and I will be on doing shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I'll be seeing you all here. I was away for a couple of days. I took some time. So this holiday, we're going to stay put. And yeah, and if anybody wants to get a private reading with me, they can just check out my website, sunpsychicjean.com. And I do 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings, 1 hour readings, all different kinds of readings. So please do check it out.
Beautiful, Jane. And thank you so much for giving us your beautiful messages today and your talents and skills.
Oh,
Okay. What up, Tara Suzuki?
Well, this has been a very, very busy week, but my next, I get a tiny little break, but I'll be on with Jean on Memorial Day. So Monday
Cool.
we're gonna have a little show. So
Beautiful. That's great. That's a Memorial Day treat, y'all. So check that out. And I will be on, I read every Wednesday. So I will be on Wednesday, the 29th, and that'll be at 5432. 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, everyone. Please come and join me. It's always a special time to share with you. And then on the 30th, I will be hosting Terry of Holding Your Space. So
ooh.
TNT, everybody, come and join us. That's also going to be 5 Eastern, 4 Central, 3 Mountain, 2 Pacific. And I also want to say, when is your Nick Akashic reading healing coming up?
They, um, probably Tuesday at 3. That's when they usually are, but, I'm a little out of sync right now because of my Japan trip, so it was
Yeah,
Thursday. I kinda don't know. Thursday worked out pretty well.
yeah.
So Jean and I have to talk. Jean helps me with these and what is the best time for her, but they haven't told me yet what the next thing is, but they will, and I'll put it on my community page once I know.
It's a
And
very exciting series, and Sun Psychic Jean helps Terry there, so it's a very powerful show. I caught the last one. It was very moving and healing for me. I highly encourage you to pop into that. And if you want to book a full reading with me, I forgot to say, you can book a reading with me at purevisionarypsychic.com. Also, want to quickly say, if you liked and enjoyed this show, please give me the thumbs up, and Terry the thumbs up, and Sun Psychic Jean the thumbs up, wherever you may be. Please do that and help our shows spread out and become more known, and we can join in a bigger circle, a bigger sacred circle together. And also, and Sherry tuned me into this, but she said, make a comment. If you got a reading and the reading moved you, or the reading was right on, or you didn't like the reading even, or you just love being in the chat and in the show, please comment. Give us a comment, because that too helps boost our channels, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, after the show below, not in the live, but after, in the comment section, you can just say, "Happy Saturday, everybody! Nice to see you." It'd be fun. It'd be fun
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
how that boosts everything.
and we
Because
love it. We love it later when it pops up on my feed. I'm like, oh,
it's
somebody
all
commented.
an algorithm. It's all an algorithm. So we
We
appreciate
sure
your
do.
support. Mhm.
We sure do. And once again, I just want to say it was an honor to read for you all. And we're going to close the show out today the way I close all my shows, because the guides told me every show you do, be sure to tell everyone out there. And don't forget, you are loved beyond measure. Everyone, enjoy yourself, have fun, and share your love and joy with everyone around you. Bye bye.